Hey everyone, I have a permit this year for Lake Woodruff Wildlife Refuge, so I'm going to be hunting out there. Never been out there hunting before, actually, until I got the permit in this summer. Not even been out to this wildlife refuge. So I'm going to have to do some scouting, really, learn the area on a pretty quick scale. I was out this summer. First areas I looked into, I kind of took my own advice. Went to the areas which had limited access, had the furthest points from access, figuring not many people go too far, too deep in there. In that early scouting in the summer, I really didn't see a whole lot of good sign, good activity going on. And just that area of the terrain didn't offer a lot of good dense cover for the deer to hide in. If the deer don't have anywhere they can feel safe, they're just really not going to populate or congregate around that kind of area. And also, they're certainly not going to come out in the daylight in those areas, at least not too often, particularly those mature bucks. They only get to be mature by, having secluded areas to hide from us. This past week, I did get out to check out a little bit of a different area. It's closer to vehicular access in that, but I figured, let me just get in there and see what that terrain looks like. I found it to have a lot more cover, it's just a better habitat for the deer to stay secluded, even if there's a lot of hunters around. I'm going to walk you through, some of the things I found out there. I did find some phenomenal signs. If you're on my Instagram, I posted a few pictures of that. But I'll walk you through what I found, where I'm kind of planning on setting up. I did put a camera out there. You're allowed one camera out there. I got that out there. I'm going to probably check it next week, prior to the October 5th opening of the hunt, see what's really going in that area, see if I got daytime pictures, and then probably from there move. Maybe I got to get deeper into it. Maybe I got to find out exactly where this buck's hiding out, because this is just really good sign on it. Okay, so as I was scouting around, and some of this is just plowing through areas, I came across this deer run in the thick cover. And it's a little hard to see through the video, but you can kind of make out the areas where the deer have just, and the bears too, there's some bear sign on there, that they've just plowed this area down and have trails cutting through all this thick vegetation. And they're just moving in this cover. It's, shaded cover. You can see that you can't really see, 10 yards outside of this, especially, the camera's up above the height of a deer here as I'm walking through this. You can just really see that they're using this so much that they're keeping the vegetation tamped down. So also along as I walked these deer runs that cut through this thick area, I found two really nice scrapes, one of them super fresh on just a smaller tree, and then this other one's just, a big scrape's been worked quite often right along the side of this deer run. So that's definitely some great sign. As I followed it out, I kind of came out to a little more open area, and I found this tree which has been just thrashed. All the branches have been knocked off of it, and it is just worked over. It's not even like a rub. It's almost, sometimes deer will go in, stick their antlers in the bushes and just thrash them around like it was maybe a licking branch, and they just overworked it. And from here, there was just an area, there's a good area, open area to where if the deer are walking through, that you could easily get a shot on them, and they had to funnel by in this open area. So I looked around and found a tree, and after I backed out from the areas, from the deer runs, I looked for a way to get back into that tree I wanted to hunt out of without using those deer runs. I didn't want to be going in and out each day on the deer run, spooking the deer. And what I essentially did was found this little path. I had to kind of trample down the ferns that are growing through here, but I could make my way out. It's probably about 160, 170 yards out to where my tree is set up. The tree that I want to hunt out of. Now, when you get out to this tree, there's two trees side by side. I'm going to put my stand on the bigger one. The smaller one will be nice. I can put my camera arm on that. And there's definitely some cover to break me up, because aside from, most of the cover is low down. If you look around in this video, the trees are spaced out. So you got to have a tree give you some cover on it. But about 16 yards in front is, a trail that the deer are walking around, some heavier cover. And then over here, probably about 18, 20 yards, this is that tree that, a buck has just thrashed all the, branches off. You can see one of them hanging off there. So I got the camera out here right in front on this trail on one of the trees, and we'll see what it picks up. That'll give me, confirmation whether I should set up here, when it's time for the hunt, or, if not much is on that camera, maybe I just have to push back into those deer runs a little more and find a little bit better area. Over to this side here, this is actually where those deer runs come out into this field opening and come out to that thrashing tree. So it's a good spot where I can kind of look and watch for any other deer movement. Maybe once I'm up in my tree stand, this is a spot I'm going to definitely bring my binoculars. Maybe I'll be able to see into that a little bit, see if something's moving in the heavier cover. All right, everyone. I'll keep you up to date on what's going on in this area for these hunts. I'll probably put a couple videos together as things go. And good luck out there.